Welcome to No Paint No Gains, I'm Ray. In this episode, I'll show you how I put together the base for my previously painted chest mimic. If you want to see how I went about painting this miniature, check out the tutorial video link in the top right hand corner and in the video description below. So without further delay, let's get messy. I started with the most obvious step, and that's gluing the miniature to the base. Then I began to build up the texture around the base. For this, I used some Vallejo earth texture, brown earth. This stuff is amazing. It's affordable, easy to use, and looks great. All you need is an old brush or a spreading tool to add the texture to the base. With the earth texture in place, I then added some of these skulls from Citadel to increase interest. I'm a really big fan of this kit as it provides a lot of different skull types, which always look great on bases. In addition to the skulls, I also scattered a couple of rocks around the base to go with the rocky terrain. Once the earth texture dries, it will cement the rocks and skulls we placed on the base in place. I then base coated the base with Vallejo black primer. Alternatively, if you don't have a liquid black primer, you could use any black paint you have lying around. I then followed that up with a dry brush of a light gray. I'm using ash gray from Army Painter. This being a dry brush, you want to remove the majority of the paint from your paintbrush on a paper towel before applying it to the miniature. The idea is to pick out the uppermost areas of the base texture with paint while leaving the black base coat in the recesses. I then follow this up with a wash using either non-oil or Agrax Earthshade. Then I go back in with a more selective dry brush to pick out the areas I really want to highlight, such as rocks and really sharp edges on the terrain. For the skulls, I wanted to add some variety to their coloration, almost as if they're all different ages and wearing down unevenly. I started with Dirty Bone from Reaper on some, and then switched to Leather Brown for another. Finally, I mixed some Dirty Bone and Leather Brown and used that for the final skull. I washed all of them with Agrax Earthshade to unify the colors a bit before adding any highlights. For the highlights, I simply went back to the base mixtures I used previously. I added small amounts of whites to each mix every time I needed a brighter highlight, but honestly didn't spend too much time on this stage. Now, this being a treasure chest mimic, I wanted to add some gold coins and jewels around the base as if they had been expelled from the chest when it transformed. Unfortunately, I lost the original footage of me doing this on my miniature, so I'll be using a spare base to demonstrate how I did it. I used gold glitter for the coins and these small jewelry beads for the different types of gems. To apply the glitter, I placed some PVA glue on the base and then I spread it out with an old brush where I wanted the gold coins to go. I then dunked the base into the glitter and shook off any excess. A bonus to this technique is that your hands and workstation will be absolutely glitter fabulous for about a week afterward. For the gems, I also placed down some PVA glue and used some tweezers to pick out the colors that I wanted and place them around the base. That's it for this video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I'm always looking to improve, so any feedback is greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to like, and if you're not already, consider subscribing to the channel to stay up to date on when new content is posted. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay messy.